The bond between a German Shepherd and its owner is fragile, powerful, and unlike anything else. People often describe it as unbreakable, but the truth is more complicated than that. Trust, once broken, is almost impossible to rebuild with this breed. A single mistake in training can fracture the bond in ways that haunt the relationship for years. The German Shepherd is not like other dogs. It studies you, tests you, and remembers everything you do. When you lead with consistency and clarity, it gives you everything. But when you fail, it doesn't just forgive and forget, it keeps score, and that score shapes how it treats you tomorrow. The first mistake most owners make is inconsistency. A command given one day and ignored the next destroys the shepherd's confidence in your leadership. This is a breed that lives by structure. Without clear rules, it sees you as unreliable, and reliability is the foundation of trust. The second mistake is punishment delivered without purpose. Harsh corrections given in anger break the shepherd's spirit instead of guiding it. It doesn't learn respect from fear, it learns resentment. And once resentment takes root, every interaction becomes a battle. The third mistake is failing to meet its physical needs. A shepherd left under-exercised becomes frustrated, anxious, and restless. And in its mind, the failure is yours. You denied it the outlet it needed, so why should it believe you can lead? The fourth mistake is neglecting its mental drive. A German Shepherd's intelligence is unmatched, and boredom is poison to its mind. When you ignore its need to think, it doesn't just grow restless, it feels abandoned in its purpose. And that loss of purpose erodes trust. The fifth mistake is inconsistency in discipline. If one behavior is allowed today and punished tomorrow, the shepherd learns confusion. Confusion breaks confidence, and confidence is the root of loyalty. Without loyalty, training becomes fragile. The sixth mistake is failing to socialize. A shepherd that grows up fearing the outside world can never fully trust the safety of yours. If it sees strangers as threats or children as enemies, that perspective hardens for life. And trust cannot thrive in constant suspicion. The seventh mistake is training with frustration instead of patience. The shepherd reads your emotions more clearly than words. When you let anger seep into the lesson, it feels betrayal, not guidance. And betrayal cuts deeper than any correction. The eighth mistake is giving up too early. Shepherds push, test, and resist before they respect. When you quit, you prove you are weaker than the challenge. And weakness to a shepherd is proof you cannot lead. The ninth mistake is treating the shepherd like a pet instead of a partner. This breed wasn't built to sit quietly, it was built to work. Without responsibility, it loses respect for you. And when respect is gone, trust follows. The 10th mistake is failing to rebuild. Every owner stumbles, but most don't take the time to restore what they've damaged. Dogs don't understand apologies. They understand consistency, calm leadership, and proof that you've changed. Without that, the wound remains open. But there are deeper mistakes that destroy trust even faster. One of them is neglect. A shepherd that feels ignored, left alone too long, brushed aside too often, begins to believe it doesn't matter. And when a shepherd feels invisible, the bond collapses. Another is overcorrection. Some owners micromanage every move, punishing even small missteps. This doesn't build respect, it builds fear. And fear is not trust, it is the death of it. Then there is the mistake of favoritism. A shepherd that sees you giving more attention to another dog or family member begins to doubt its place. Doubt weakens loyalty. And once loyalty weakens, so does the bond that holds you together. One of the most common mistakes is ignoring body language. The shepherd communicates with its eyes, ears, and stance. When you fail to listen, it feels unheard. And a dog that feels unheard becomes a dog that no longer listens back. Another mistake is overdependence. Owners who smother their shepherd with attention create a fragile, anxious bond. The dog feels safe only when you're there, and unsafe when you're gone. That imbalance makes the shepherd cling, then resentful, and eventually untrusting. Trust is not built on need, it is built on respect. Respect only comes from balance. The German Shepherd doesn't just obey commands, it studies you as a leader. It notices your tone, your posture, your timing, and your habits. Every mistake you make leaves an imprint. And the deeper the imprint, the harder it is to erase. This is why experts like Cesar Millan and Ellis stress calm authority. They understand that the shepherd's mind does not bend easily, it demands strength, and without it, trust is lost. The German Shepherd reflects its owner like a mirror. Calm owners see calm focus. Anxious owners see anxious chaos. It doesn't lie, it doesn't compromise, it shows you the truth about yourself. And sometimes, the truth is too hard to face. But for those who can handle the truth, the rewards are unmatched. A shepherd that trusts you doesn't just obey, it bonds with you at a level that feels unbreakable. It anticipates commands, reads emotions, and protects without hesitation. It gives you everything because it believes in you. But when you betray that trust, even in small ways, it doesn't return easily. A broken bond lingers like a shadow. And this is the brutal reality: many owners never get it back. That's the price of mistakes with a breed this powerful. So the choice is yours. Train with consistency, patience, and clarity, or lose the trust you thought would last forever. Right pointing finger emoji. Subscribe for brutally honest German Shepherd truths every week. Right pointing finger emoji. Like this video so others don't fall for these same mistakes. Right pointing finger emoji. And check the affiliate links in the description for training tools, health supplements, and essentials every Shepherd owner should have. Because when you break the trust of a German Shepherd, you don't just lose obedience. You lose the heart of the bond itself, and some bonds never heal.